All right, how's it going, everyone? So it's cooling down in the UK, but the problem is that my house is still hot, and I think it's gonna be like this until fall. Anyway, I've got something new for Abdul, the marketing agent. So far, we've been talking about Abdul as the inbound marketing agent, which it will capture the leads from the website if the website is well advertised and it's got visitors. Now we will have an AI agent as an outbound marketing copilot, which is the essentially it's just a fancy word for cold email outreach. Now the input for Abdul is gonna be a CSV export from Apollo. Now the reason why is because Apollo is quite reliable in finding the emails, right? It's got the verified email. The downside is it's quite expensive. It's $40 per month, I think, if I'm not wrong. So the output is gonna be the draft. So it is not gonna be um Abdul is not going to send an email to the potential leads. Now, the flow is going to be something like this, where we will have the CSV from Apollo or similar software, and then it will clean and also filter because your business might have the leads might be relevant or might not be relevant to your business, and then it will enrich the profile. So this one we're going to be using Apify. Apify is really cheap. It's got quite a lot of tools in there. And then we will draft the email and we will store the drafted email to the Google Sheet. Now, the example of the draft email is going to be something like this, where the subject is just going to be hi and then the first name. And then it's very simple. It's only like 3 paragraphs, right? 3 sentences in 3 paragraphs, right? And so this is the hook. The hook is just simple. It's not really over personalized. And then this is the bridge. So basically what we are offering that might be beneficial for the potential company or the lead. And then the ask. But the ask should benefit for both of us. So in here, we get to market our company and the potential clients get to find a solution for their problems. And that's all, as simple as that. And keep in mind that I'm not necessarily the expert of cold email. I haven't done it myself. But my point is not to create a successful email campaign. My point is to create an AI agent that can handle that properly. And since the agent is very dynamic, you can always modify the copy and then the agent can just simply learn. I don't want to keep you waiting. Let's go ahead and vibe in. The first step that we need to do, we need to download the whole lead. And the reliable website for that is apollo.io. Once you log into apollo.io, navigate to the people on the left side, and then you will see the list. You can just choose the people, filter the people by job titles and the company, locations, industry and keywords, whatever you wish. Now, since I'm using the free one, so it's quite limited how many people I can choose. So to click that, you just have to click this little box here, and then I'm just gonna choose 25 people. I think that's the number of people I'm allowed to choose using the free tier. So I'm gonna click apply, and once you clicked all the data, then click the export, okay, and click next, and then export to CSV. Okay, so I'm going to choose export verified emails only. And then I'm going to click save. Not going to lie to you, this tool is confusing as hell. Every time I try to click a button that might direct me to the download page, it directs me to the pricing page instead. Like I have the money to pay for everything here. Anyway, so if you want to download the CSV file, go to the admin settings and click all settings. And then there's this data management. Go to the import and export, and then click CSV exports, and it's finished. So I'm just gonna download it here. There we go, we got it. And let's have a look. Yeah, that looks like a proper data. And how many people in here? So we got 26, 20, 25, yeah. Now, in my markdown file, I already specified the kind of tool that I want. But the problem here is the markdown file doesn't have the API key for my Apify. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to, let me see, settings, I guess. And then I'm going to go to API and integrations. And then there's the default token. You can just simply click this and then it will copy your API key. Now in there, what you need to do, we need to paste the API key that you just copied from your Apify account. And that's it. The Hermes agent is going to pick that up and access the tool. Now, since Hermes agent is installed locally on our laptop, so it can easily find this workflow, which is stored in .markdown file. Now, so the tool itself is going to be on Apify, and then I also specifically told the AI agent to access the API key here. Okay, so now that we have everything, let's go back to the Telegram and ask Abdul, the marketing agent, to enable the workflow. Okay, so the prompt is pretty much like this. And I'm ready, so I'm gonna hit send and let's see the result. Okay, it's finally finished. As we can see that we got the list of executions. And so this is basically the Google Sheet data. So I'm gonna click it. And as we can see, so we got everything in here. So we got the name, the first name, the last name, the email, and then the company, the LinkedIn URL, the website as well. If we click the LinkedIn URL, as we can see, that the profile exists and it is expected from Apollo. So yeah, that's great. Now let's have a look at other fields. Okay, so as you can see, this is the service that we can offer to each of the company, and they are different and quite personalized as well. So we got robot inspection, we got UGV and UAV for inspection as well, and then we got 3D synthetic viewing software. Okay, now let's have a look at the email then. Is it gonna be a similar static email, or is it gonna be personalized to a certain extent? Yep. Let's compare that with another. Okay. Different. Now, it's also different because we are offering synthetic viewing in for this company. For Brad and for Andreas, we are offering UGV and UAV. And how about the lead magnets? Yes, so this is a free rental idea. And this is free tailored synthetic viewing software. Okay, that's quite different already. Okay, since the surface is similar to the first one, so of course the lead magnet is kind of similar as well. Okay. Yep. Okay, let's have a look at this. So this says about 3D synthetic viewing for maritime and offshore operations. How about another 3D synthetic viewing? Yes, so this is completely different, yeah? So first it's talking about the maritime and offshore operations, and the other one is talking about built from camera and sensor data. And what about the lead magnet? Is it the same lead magnet? Okay. It's offering a short demonstration. Okay, got double here. Video tailored to maritime inspection use case. I don't know. I'm okay with this. This looks human, even though it isn't. If we scroll up, which one is another synthetic viewing? Free trial. So even though the offer is the same, but the content is different, right? Very dynamics, which is great. One last thing before we end the video. You might be wondering why we're not creating an AI agent that can 100% do the job from finding leads all the way to sending the email. So the first one is we need to make sure that we have a good quality. Yes, AI can find that, but the thing is we can't really control the quality of the leads. If we are using the Apollo, we can ensure that the email address, especially, they are verified and they are up to date. Now, we can also use Apollo and integrate that to our AI agent, but the problem is that that's the feature for the paid version. I could be wrong. And the second thing is, we normally attach an email address to or a domain to the AI agent. So which means it's only one domain, right? And we can't really control that. So once the agent send an email, it might be able to do some tracking to ensure that the email is bouncing or not. But if the email that we sent goes to the spam folder, then our domain reputation takes a hit. Once it takes a hit, then the next email is going to go to spam. And the third one is very important. If we have to check the drafted email from the AI, because we, at the end of the day, we are sending an email to a human being, right? So there are lots of reasons why they reply the email, or they even agree to follow up. And if they notice that the offer is not relevant for whatever reasons, or even worse, that they notice that your email is essentially an AI slop, they could just intentionally flag the email as spam. And that's going to tank your domain reputation as well. So the best practice is you're going to use the right tool for the job. So in this case, sending the emails. Tools like Instantly, it will have like a warmed up options where you can ensure that your domains are properly warmed up. You can also create multiple domains. So if one domain is tanked, then you can just dispose that and you can keep your main domain safe. And you can also create another domains to continue your campaign. So that's it, guys. Thank you very much for watching. I hope this is useful. And until then, see you later.